What's up? It's your boy Big Reg coming to you once again from the shadow of the Big House in Ann Arbor, Michigan. This time bringing you a preview of Game 3 of the Michigan Wolverines 2021 football season. A game against the Northern Illinois Huskies. And that's right, you heard me correctly. We're playing a second Husky team for the second time in 2 weeks. We're going back-to-back Huskies. Before you know, we're going to be rescheduling the Connecticut Huskies for next week. No? All right, never mind. Moving on. Joining me for tonight's discussion, first of all, as always, is producer JB. Next, surprisingly not in a pro position, nameless guest. Next, as always, in a secret lair, JC from Sunnyside. And back, due to popular demand, holy smokes, we got so many complaints about last week's episode about they thought that we had banished this next guest, but he just decided not to show up. The one, the only, Mr. Squarehead. Gentlemen, I'm not going to lie. On paper, this does not seem like much of a matchup. The 2-0 Michigan Wolverines coming off a dominant performance against a Power 5 opponent in the Washington Huskies, but this week facing the Northern Illinois Huskies, who stand at 1-1. They won the first game versus Georgia Tech, but lost their last game versus, was it Wyoming?
Yes, from Wyoming.
Yeah, they lost a shootout versus Wyoming. And they're led by none other than former MSU Sparty, Rocky Lombardi. Gentlemen, I throw it to you. What do you see for this game coming up this weekend? Is it going to be a snooze fest? Should we even pay attention to it? What can we get out of this game as we try to march on toward a Big Ten championship?
Of course, I have my tickets, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not even sure if I'm going to go. I might just donate it to someone who really wants to go to a game because I'm expecting clear-cut win for this football team. There's too many expectations of, are they going to air it out? Is J.J. McCarthy going to take over from this point out? I don't really care. Let's get this game over and done with so that we move on to the next one. Northern Illinois, it's going to be a guaranteed win for this game. Let's get our guys in there, get them more experience, more reps, and then get this game over with.
I'm feeling a little like Hassan Haskins here. Like I don't even know what to say. Like I don't even know what to say. You know, I mean, it's gonna be an easy win for the Wolverines. I think we start off like pounding the ball, run the ball, establish the run, and then start working out some of the kinks. You know, I like what Mr. Jay Jin said. He agrees with, the concern around Cade McNamara in our passing game. Reggie's a breakout player of the year.
Wow.
I think there is concern, and the receivers have to get open. He's got to hit those swing passes and screen passes in stride. We got some work to do. But I'm confident that Mike Hart and the new coaching staff and Jim Harbaugh will not let this team sleep on Northern Illinois. But I'm confident. Just to throw in a little bit, I know we're not going to talk about last game, but Mozzie Smith named player of the game, one of the players of the game from last week, Mozzie Smith.
This guy. You want to mention Mozzie Smith coming off a game where the offense racked up over 340 yards rushing. Holy smokes. This guy. Oh, yeah. Anywho, moving on. Anyone else?
I'm looking forward to this game, actually. It's not so much a let's get this over with kind of feeling. I relish it. I mean, every minute of domination, just progress, movement forward. It's just an ongoing celebration. I want to see exactly what JC said. We're going to pound that rock, but we have to start seeing some progress in the passing game. Of course, everybody knows that. If we don't do it here in this game, That's the problem. Okay, but we will. And one quick little aside, I was a little disappointed in that intro. I was waiting for a little mush, a little, oh. Where was that? Perfect opportunity. It's not too late. Work it in there, Big Reg. Come on.
We did it last week. I don't want to repeat the stuff from last week.
It's the Huskies again.
I know, but still, you can't do the same bit twice. Come on, you got to come up with new bits.
I'm gonna defend Cade a little bit here. I agree with everything. I don't think this game needs to be played. They should just not even play this game. I'm not sure if I'm gonna even watch it. But I gotta defend Cade McNamara. How can you say that people are doubting Cade McNamara when he was given like 10 throws a game, 10 passes a game? How can you evaluate a passing game when you're rushing the ball 95% of the time? What I want to see in this game is a more balanced offense. If they do not, I mean, this is the essential last preseason game to the Big Ten opener, right? We're playing Rutgers next week.
Yes.
If we do not have a pass to run ratio of at least 40-60, you guys know what needs to happen. You know what needs to happen. The hashtags will be coming out.
Oh, God.
Harbaugh needs to go.
Oh, God.
He needs to be fired. How can you give your quarterback, your starting quarterback, 10 passing attempts a game and expect to go into the Big Ten season just rushing the ball 75 times a game? If he does not call some type of play action, consistent, some passing opportunities for Cade, you know what has to happen. The snake's head must go.
Gosh, it always comes out every episode. The snake's head must go.
If you're playing along with our drinking game, he has said snake's head, so you can't take a drink now. But he has not said fire Harbaugh yet, those words. So you have to wait for that next drink. Don't cheat. Anyway, gentlemen, I'm going to take a little different tact on this one. I'm not going to mention our passing game. But one thing I am going to be looking out for this game is our passing defense. Let me remind you that the quarterback for the Northern Illinois Huskies is none other than that, Rocky Lombardi. And if you know anything about Rocky Lombardi, he is a turnover machine. However, the one game where he didn't have any turnovers was last year versus the University of Michigan. A victory that he pulled off in the Big House. So, going into this matchup versus Northern Illinois, one thing I want to see, even more than a fine performance by our passing offense, is an awesome display by our passing defense. As much as they've, as much as they've shown a lot of improvement, as much as they've played well and been able to hold opponents to only 14 points this last game. And what was the first game? 10 points? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Right? They still have not gotten any interceptions yet. So what I would want to see is this secondary, which has been much aligned the past couple seasons. I want to see them make some plays on the ball. I want to see them get some turnovers, especially against this dude, Rocky Lombardi, who even in the last game against Montana that they lost, no, not Montana, Wyoming, he threw, I think, 3 interceptions. So if we don't get that kind of a performance for our team in the Big House, I'm not going to lie, I'll be a little disappointed in the defense. So I'm going to put it not so much on the passing offense, but on the passing defense. Let's get out there. Let's make some plays, gosh dang it. Let's make some plays. That's my key to the game.
The keys to this game are probably not what the fan base really wants. I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to turn into a snooze fest for sure. Mr. Squarehead's going to be outraged next episode because it'll just be like, I don't know, probably my prediction is like 35, like 7, and 300 yards in a cloud of dust. That's going to happen again. So that's kind of like what I predict will happen. Of course, I actually agree with Squarehead. You got to use this as a practice, like in-game practice, and get your quarterback and this offensive wide set, the running backs outside of just running the ball. Where's the play action? We haven't seen that at all either. For a team that can run for 300 yards, where's the next level? So this is the struggle that I have. But again, if anyone needs any tickets, I have 2, section 15, row 64, right on the edge. Very easy access to the bathrooms. Let me know. DM me. Put it in the comments down below. I'll get you some tickets.
I'll say this though. It's Northern Illinois. There's if Cade struggles here and then JJ comes in and plays really well, we might have to start thinking about JJ for next week at Rutgers to get him ready for the heart of the Big Ten season. I'm just going to put that out there. If Cade can't produce against Northern Illinois, that's gotta be a thought. I'm not saying it's a done deal. It's gotta be a thought.
If Cade struggles against Northern Illinois, Jim Harbaugh should be fired while he's taking a shower after the game. You're telling me 3 games into the season, preseason of the Big Ten, we can't evaluate a quarterback? We have to bring in JJ because Cade McNamara is going to struggle against a Northern Illinois? Give me a break. What are these coaches evaluating? What are they evaluating? They don't see these guys in practice? And you're telling me that Cade is going to, if he struggles against Northern Illinois, we got to make a change already? Week 3 into the preseason of the Big Ten? Somebody's going to get fired, and you know who that has to be.
No, baby, no firing here. I'm not embarrassed to say it. I love me some Jim Harbaugh, okay? I love Jim Harbaugh. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. But the real point here is Cade is not going to struggle. Come on. Squarehead is right about this one. There's no way Cade is struggling here. Premature, okay? Gonna roll, gonna get protection. This is the game to start making advances. And if there's one thing we learned from last year, if there's one team that Cade can really flourish and shine, he's a Rutgers killer. We need him for the Rutgers game, okay? That's where he came to prominence. He'll be fine.
The Rutgers killer. Oh gosh.
Yeah, and you think the Lansing channel is calling Rocky the Wolverine killer?
They might. That literally was the only decent game he had last season. Every other game he threw at least one interception. The one game he did not have an interception was against the University of Michigan Wolverines. I still don't understand how that happened. God almighty. Anyway, I think, honestly, Northern Illinois has a horrible run defense. That leads me to conclude that the Wolverines are going to have their way with a second Husky team on the ground. Heck, they might even break the 400-yard barrier this game on the ground. And if they do that, it would not shock me in the least. It would not shock me in the least. And if that happens, then Cade might only get another, 10 passing attempts again. So you might go into, the Big Ten season with Cade McNamara, the starting quarterback for the University of Michigan, having only thrown 30 passes total for the season going into Big Ten play. And if that happens because the University of Michigan has racked up over 1,000 yards rushing on the ground, I raise my glass to that, and I take it.
Boom.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I love Harbaugh too, and I like Gaddis, and I like
What?
Gaddis.
Oh my gosh, these guys.
But if they choose to only pass, let's say 10 times against Northern Illinois, they are fooling themselves to think that they're going to have an offense to contend for the Big Ten title. They cannot. They have to work out the kinks on the passing game. They have to. They cannot only pass the ball.
Dude, there are no kinks. How can you have kinks when you throw 10 times a game? This isn't like they threw the ball 30 times, but the routes were off, the timing was off, so they got to work things out. You can't work out anything when you only have like 10 to 15 passing attempts, and then half of those that are completed are either short dump off screens or whatever they may be. There's no working anything out. They just need to start throwing the ball and just running plays, like passing plays. I'm afraid it's too late. I mean, what they have to work out the kinks against Rutgers after they throw the ball this game maybe 30 times.
Well, to Squarehead's point there, even 3 of those passes were those stupid wide receiver screens that never even went anywhere. They were for like negative yards. So even those passes that Cade finished off doesn't even show anything. Listen, Ronnie Bell going down proves to be a major setback in our passing attack, and I think we're seeing it now. So in terms of the working the kinks, it's not even working the kinks out. This is like restructuring it because our senior wide receiver, secure hands most of the time except for Penn State, went down. And now we have to figure out who's going to be number 1, who's going to be the slot, which one of the young guys is going to step up. But like I said, the fan base wants this all settled and figured out. You want to be wowed right now. And I'm telling you, I'm warning you right now. I know this man, Jim Harbaugh, and like the flip-floppers over there who are tooting his praises right now, I'm still on the fence. I'm actually leaning more towards Squarehead day by day because this is a major test to see whether or not he's actually going to do something about it. Now, that being said, there have been some kinds, I told you, there's little pieces of hope that have come in. Like he actually got someone to actually do something on defense, and then he got rid of all these deadweight people, coaches that are on there. But that being said, will he control this game plan? Will he say, you know what, we're just going to keep running it. I don't want to show anyone anything and just treat this as a 35-7. Again, that's my prediction for this game. And everyone's going to be upset even more after Northern Illinois. I don't want to go to the game. I just want to see this over. Let's go to Rutgers. Let's do this.
Wow, that was a lot of words in a short amount of time. You gave us your feelings on Jim Harbaugh. You've now flipped from seeds of hope to leaning toward firing Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Straddling that fence. How does that feel?
What is that? That's like, hey, I still want to be part of the rebellion, but if the Empire comes calling, I think I'll join up. What the heck? Talk about a flip-flop. Holy smokes. Double agent, producer JB. Wow. I still have a little bit of hope, but I'm leaning towards Square. Holy smokes. Holy God. Oy, Ganoy. What is your prediction then for this game? Score-wise, what is your prediction for the score, sir?
35-7, I told you this is a pedestrian game. Fans are going to be irate afterwards.
Oof. And he throws in the prediction for the fan mood. Wow. 35-7 with fan anger. Okay. All right.
I'm going to give it a 42-17. More enjoyable. I don't feel like I'm going to be one of those disappointed fans, disillusioned. I'm going to enjoy a stress-free game where JJ gets his first touchdown, Edwards gets in the game, mop-up duty, gets his first touchdown. These are special moments and great experiences. Everyone's got to get their reps. We do have to air it out. I am hoping to see a little bit more of that. So prepare for a good, fun day.
Wait, what was your score again? Prediction?
42-17.
Oh, 42-17. Wow. Okay.
I think our defense shuts them down. I think Cade throws for at least 250 and 3 touchdowns in 3 quarters.
Come on.
Donovan Edwards will also get his first touchdown.
Yep.
Michigan rolls 49-3.
Wow, that is a big statement of intent right there. 3 touchdowns passing for Cade McNamara is what you just said. Holy smokes. All right, JC.
I'd like to know how many of those passing yards are after the catch. Out of 250, what is it going to be, like 248 yards after the catch?
Whoa.
Oh,
Man,
God.
impossible. Square is impossible. Relentless.
This game, I'm going to make a bold prediction. It's going to be 6-0. 6 touchdowns. 6 touchdowns to 0 touch. Come on. 6 touchdowns to 0 touchdowns. So that puts me at 44 to 12.
7 times 6 is 42, buddy.
Yeah, but there's a defensive safety, baby. I'm calling it right now. A defensive safety.
Okay.
44 to 12.
12. That's an interesting point total for Northern Illinois.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah.
I like it.
These things are all over the place. Okay, gentlemen, here's my prediction. And as you know, so far through this season, I have been by far the most accurate, the most accurate score predictor of our group. I was only off by 7-point spread in the first game, and I repeated that feat once again versus the Washington Huskies. This week versus the Northern Illinois Huskies, I predict the University of Michigan will beat them 45-6. And here is my special caveat. One of those touchdowns will be a defensive touchdown. Oh!
Isn't that what you said last week?
No, I said that 2 weeks ago.
Defensive touchdown.
It's got to come through one of these weeks.
The season opener. But I am again making that prediction this time versus Rocky Lombardi and his suspect abilities as a quarterback. And I am predicting that the University of Michigan will be able to get a pick 6 versus the Northern Illinois Huskies. Mush, mush!
Let's give a shout out to a couple of comments that were thrown on. These were on Facebook. Obviously, we talked about Jay-Jin. He was concerned about Cade and what's happening there, concerned before Big Ten play. And also our friend over in Seattle, Mr. Song, depositing a shout out to Mr. Squarehead. He mentioned that watching an episode without Mr. Squarehead Angry Take is like eating Papa John's without the garlic sauce. It's a solid pizza I always enjoy, but nothing makes it rise higher above all the other pizzas out there, like whatever that oil thing is. There's much love for you, Squarehead, out there.
Fire, Harbaugh.
There you go, folks. Take another drink. Anyway, gentlemen, is there anything else we need to cover for this game? If not, heck, well, I guess this is the 3rd week in a row now that we have all predicted a victory for the Michigan Wolverines football team. And hopefully, after Saturday's game, we'll all be correct, and the Michigan Wolverines will have a perfect record going into the Big Ten season. Gentlemen, I raise my glass and I say, go blue!
Go blue!
Go blue!